guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rose. So today I have the results of the St. Patrick's Day JJ Shenanigans event drawing. We're going to do the draw there in just a second. We had six entrants into the drawing, so well done, ladies. I've gone through and looked at all your makes and they were all just amazing, so really well done. Beautiful stuff. So I did go back and I looked through all the videos to give you all your extra entries as well. So with all those, there are 28 entries with 6 entrants, if you understand my meaning. So I have my sheet here with all the names written down, and we have our number generator, and it's set to 28 already, and I'm just going to hit generate, and it's number 26, and that is Eileen Antignano. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Eileen, I know that you are quite active on my channel, and I think you're fairly active in the Facebook group as well, so I'll keep an eye out for you. But I will leave my email underneath the video. If you will contact me, I can get your address and send you out your package and get those digital kits to you as well. Okay, so that is that order of business over and done with. Congratulations, Eileen. I hope you enjoy your prize. Okay, so the next part of the video has been pre-recorded. It was supposed to go up during the week, but unfortunately I had no internet in my house, and my phone internet is way too slow to upload a video to YouTube, so just bear in mind that it was pre-recorded. Okay, so we have a little make for you today anyway. Okay guys, on to the make. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rose, and welcome if you are new. So today I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on our flow journal that we are doing for the 1000 subscriber giveaway. I have been working on it. I know I've had other things going on in the meantime, but I have been working on it. So this is where I am at the moment. I have lots of different papers and all sorts of goodies going on in here. I'm thinking at the moment that it will be one signature, one really big fat signature. But that may change because there is still other things to be added. Now I'm just going to zoom you out there a little bit so you can see a little bit more. And you get to see my cup of coffee too. Hey. So yeah, I still have a lot of things to go in there, and I will possibly have to reduce the size of it for shipping. Yeah, that'll make a big difference. But if I do end up having to do that, what I'm just going to fold these pages, make little pockets, because I do need pockets to put smaller bits into anyway. So just giving you an idea of what's going on. We have lots and lots of pretty stuff in here. I have gone through my stash and picked random things. These, now we had a question about whether this should be themed or eclectic or whatever, and the consensus really was that it should be a bit of everything, so that's what I have done. Now I have tried to pick out the more shabby chic things in my stash as well, because there were a few people who wanted shabby chic, so I've added a bit of that in there. We have some Tim Holtz vellum, napkins, book pages, more vintage book pages. These are little notelets. There's a few of these little stacks pinned around the place. Some damask pattern paper. I love this, and it is the last piece I have, so whoever gets this, you're very fortunate. Another piece of decorated vellum. So yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This music paper is from the 1920s, I believe. Some more book pages and things like that. Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. Now I need to check the size of the box I have for the shipping. Love these little cards and all that goodness. Now, like I said, there are no pockets or anything in here at the moment. That is the next kind of step really. I have 2 pieces of fabric there. They will be distributed throughout, and I have more bits to go in there as well. Things like all of that, and all of these things are also going in there. So you can see that it is going to build up to be a much larger journal. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, I'm making the cover from this very, very cool shopping bag. This is from a shop here in Ireland called Mr. And I think that is really, really awesome. So that is that, and it's double sided obviously. I'm going to try to do the cover without cutting the bag. We'll see how that works out. Because obviously with a flow journal the idea is that everything is able to be taken out and used elsewhere. Now inside the bag at the moment I do actually have a sheet of pretty wrapping paper, just because it was too large for the journal, but I'm thinking I'll probably end up taking that out and folding it into pockets as well, like the rest of it. It is quite a pretty one. And it will be bound with elastics, possibly not these ones, but I was just trying out a few different things with those. And there are lots of smaller bits here as well that are going in there. So whoever gets this journal, you will get like pretty much a stash starter. You know, if you're a newbie, this would be a great stash starter for you. If you're not a newbie, it will build your stash nicely. And it's all contained in one thing, which is what I like about flow journals. It contains all these random bits in one kind of, almost like putting them into a box, but very easy to get to, very easy to access and all that. So that is the progress with the flow journal. So I hope you're liking that so far. I will keep you updated on the progress. It's quite a messy and spread out project, so I'm not going to attempt to do it on camera. I may do some of it on camera, we will see. But for the time being, I'm going to work with it off camera. That is all of those. Now, so I had a very exciting email a couple of weeks ago. Let me just straighten my mat up here. Now, a company called iMoonCrafts contacted me and asked me if I would like to use some of their products in a video. So of course I went and checked out their website. They had some awesome products, and so I said yes, please send me some stuff. So they gave me some credit and I got to pick what I wanted out of the shop, and I chose these two items. This is a die and this is a wax seal. So I'm just going to get this out and give you a close-up view of it. It is absolutely beautiful. I haven't tried these out yet, so you are getting to see me do that on camera. So I don't know if you can see very well there with the shine, but it is a bird. I think it was called Swallow on the website. So that is that. So I'm going to make a little project with these today. Yeah, and hopefully you will follow along. Okay, so I have gone and cut a panel. This is some cardstock that I wouldn't normally use. I wouldn't normally use this pattern. The colour, yes, the pattern, not really. So die cutting from a cardstock like that is a good way to use it up. So all I did was I cut a piece of the card. I put down my die, put it through my machine and cut it. And then I just put it towards the opposite corner and cut that. And that gave me this beautiful ellipse shape in the middle. That would be a very unique thing for this die because of the asymmetric nature of it. You can get a nice shape like this. So I was just experimenting and playing with the die. It is very, very pretty. It is very, very intricate. You can see, if I turn it over to the other side, you might be able to see better. It's very lacy, very, very pretty. And I do have a couple of tips for you guys. So when I am dyeing or cutting a very intricate die like this, and actually the flower one also is quite intricate. As you can see, the results I got there, absolutely stunning and beautiful. I use a metal shim. If you do not already have a metal shim and you have trouble die cutting your intricate dies, get yourself a metal shim. It works absolute wonders. This, because my machine is slightly older and it's very loose in the center of the roller part, I do have to give it 2 passes through, but it was only 2 passes. I have had other dies where I've had to give 3 and 4 passes. So this really did cut beautifully. And the other tip I have, not necessarily relating to this particular die, but I use in my die cutting machine, instead of the mats that come with them, I use one of these. And I got a large one and I just cut it down to size. Put my die cutting side down on this when I am cutting, and you never have to replace your mats again. So there's a tip for you guys. One of the best tips I've ever got. I can't remember exactly which video I watched it on. I know it was a YouTube video a long time ago, and I just thought I would share that with you. Okay, so I have my panel cut, I have my flower cut, and I have a couple of other little bits and pieces going on. We are also going to use this lovely. Yeah, and we'll get on with making our project. So I am working on a journal using my Spring Fresh ephemera, or my Spring Fresh kit, and I will show you that in a moment. And this pocket is for one of them. This is going to be a pocket. I'm actually did I say that? I'm working on 2 journals. Oh my lord. I said it 2 seconds ago and I don't know if I said it or not. Anywho, I'm actually going to scoot you guys in a little closer. Now, that's better. So I have the 2 die cut pieces here. The next thing I want to do, I want to make a seal with the beautiful swallow seal that I got from iMoonCrafts. So I am using 4 pellets because this is a little bit larger than my other wax seals. So I'm using the 4 just to make sure I get a good seal. I'm using 3 different colours. I'm using a purple, a darker gold and white, just to lighten things up a little bit. Let's get this melted. I'm also using this beautiful piece of that shimmery green fabric. You may have seen this in one of my St. Patrick's Day videos. I'm actually going to be putting the seal onto this. So let's get that started. Okay, so we have our seal done. It needs another minute to cool down. Usually on this glass mat they cool very, very quickly. I could of course have waited until I had everything done together and then put that on, but I wanted to be able to trim around the fabric to where I wanted it to be. So that's why I did it this way. There we go. Okay, so there we have our beautiful seal with our multicolours in there, and I am going to use some of my Inca Gold that I have out in my mat, which I had softened up with water, but it's actually dry now. I think I may have put my elbow in it, probably, knowing me. So let's just get this going again. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute actually, and we can be getting on with something else here. So I have done my die cut with the flowers, and I have just inked it up a little bit with some vintage photo, but I do also have this kind of chartreuse colour of ink. This one is from Santoro. They do the Gorgeous Girls. And I got a pack of 20 of these, and there's some beautiful colours in them. Now the pads are actually tiny, but you know, I knew that when I was buying them. So I just want to get some touches of this chartreuse kind of colour on those leaves. Not making them perfect, not trying to make them perfect, just getting some of that colour on there to pick up the colour in the kit and on that fabric. Here we go. While I'm waiting for that, let me show you guys the journal, well, the signatures for one of the journals and what I've been doing. Obviously it's in progress, so there we have the lovely little magnetic page tabs that I made in one of my videos, 2 or 3 videos back, maybe 4 or 5 videos back now. So that's one of those. We have a little pocket here, some washi tapes. I also have a few dyed papers in here. This is a pocket that I made from book pages, and I covered the pages with different napkins. And they all kind of match tonally with the kit itself. This is a kit page, some pretty paper that I had in my stash. There's another pocket, an embellishment up here. Pull this over a little bit. We're a little bit out of frame because I am scooched in so much. Here's an envelope out of the kit. I've just done it up a little bit with some die cuts, or sorry, fussy cuts and things like that. Some stenciling on the pages, lace, and an embellishment from the kit. And this center page, I'm actually using some of Emily Ploughfield over at JJ Inspirations, or Junk Journal Inspirations. She has some beautiful digital kits in her shop. A lot of scanned items, so like, where's it gone? These tickets are from Emily as well. And these lace pages, that's a ticket from the kit. So I'm using 2 of the kits in here with my own kit. I'm using this one and a ticket kit as well. I will link the names, I will link them below the video, and I will put the names of the kits below the video also for you guys. But isn't that just beautiful? And even cutting a piece of this would make some a gorgeous background for a piece as well. They're absolutely stunning. So there's one of those pockets that I made earlier. And I haven't gotten to this part of the signature yet. So we have more of the same in here. I have no embellishments done on this yet. It's just the papers. There's one of Emily's papers again. Absolutely stunning. That's a kit page. And doesn't that work so well with that embroidered piece from Emily? Just perfect, worked perfectly together. So yeah, so the second and third signatures have no embellishing in them yet. As I said in one of my last videos, I was trying to work on 5 projects all at the same time, and my lord, am I up against it with them. Anyway, so this has softened up nicely now. I can get some of this on our image in here. There's quite a bit more wax around the outside of this one than there was on the last one that I did. There we go. So maybe the 3 would have actually worked just totally fine. I think I may not have heated it up enough the first time around. Just another little bit down there. And that's good. So there we have our beautiful wax seal. Isn't that stunning? They have some absolutely stunning wax seals over at iMoonCrafts. So really do go and check them out. And the shipping didn't take very long at all. Some of the wax seals are custom made, so they can take a little bit longer, but the shipping itself didn't take very long at all. So that is what I'm thinking, and we need to put our ticket in behind here also. Yeah, so I need to trim this a teeny tiny bit. Don't want too much of the fabric, just want some peeking out. Going to trim that up another little bit there. There we have it. So yes, that'll be lovely. Those bits out of my way. Let's get our die cut down. I'm going to have to rethink the positioning of this because I keep wanting to put my elbow on my, I'll show you. Keep wanting to put my elbow into this puddle here. So I'm going to have to rethink the positioning on that. But anyway, we'll get our die cut down. I'm not being too fussy about this. I'm putting bits of glue on all the smaller bits because they are only tiny bits. It is a very intricate die cut, and it is so pretty. There we go. And very versatile as well. There's lots of things you can do with this die. Okay, so we have our glue down. Very gingerly lift that up. And we can get this into position. Now, because this is such an intricate die, there is some maneuverability with the positioning of it. So I'm just going to maneuver a teeny tiny bit and get it where I want it positioned. I'm going to get some tissue, or a dry wipe actually. I'm just going to mop up those excess bits of glue. There we go. We need to get our ticket down. Now, I have started lately using my glue stick for, you know, full pieces like this, usually only on larger pieces, but I'm going to do it here as well. I'll use the glue stick in the middle, and I put my fabric glue around the edges. Now, why do I do that? I haven't been using glue stick in my journals all along, simply because after a couple of years it does kind of dry up and the pieces fall off. I have a couple of journals that I made for myself where that has happened. But I figure that if I use this glue just on the edges, even if the middle comes free, the edges will stay stuck down, so nothing's going to fall off. And that is good enough for me, even though I like the effect that it has when there's glue all over the piece as opposed to just on the edges. So that's why I put the glue stick in the middle. So there we have that. I'm going to put this down here in the corner, slightly off angle. And then we can get our seal on. Now, because this wax went through the fabric, because we put it on there like that, I am going to use this Dovecraft Ultimate Craft Glue, or you can use something like Fabri-Tac will possibly do it, or Glossy Accents, but I'm using this one. It is a little bit blocked, but we'll get there. Oh, that should be plenty. I hope I didn't get any of that on my clothes because that will not come out. There we go. And we need to get this positioned correctly, like so. And that is our pocket. Now, I do have to leave this aside to dry. So, in the meantime, let me show you the one I have in this. So, it's the exact same thing. Obviously, as I already mentioned, there was more wax in the other seal, but that's because I did heat this one enough, I think. So, I just stuck down 3 sides, and inside it I have a little journal card. And I thought this was perfect because it's a piece from the kit. It says, "Oh bird of springtime," and we have our bird here. And on the back, this is actually a jelly print that I did, and I decided that I really want to start using my jelly prints and things like that in my journals. Again, I used to do it all the time and I stopped for some reason, but I want to get back to doing that. So I have used a piece of one here. I've done some very light stamping down at the bottom, and I think that's very kind of atmospheric. I love it. And it works so very well with the kit colours, you know, it's a perfect match almost. So yeah, so that is my little project for today, using those products from iMoonCrafts. do get yourselves over there for a look. I will link it. I will link the shop in the description box below. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful products. And like, these dies are wonderful. They cut so wonderfully, even in my janky machine. So yeah, and the detail on that seal is just stunning. So guys, that is it from me for today. So yeah, I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.